Hi, welcome to Creating in Spain. I'm Sandra. Excuse the husky and rather froggy voice at the moment because I have the tail end of a cold. And so yes, it's not quite my normal speaking voice. Okay, so today I wanted to try and show you the results of one of the recipes that I've been trying out for cutting gum paste on the silver bullet. Now, when I say the silver bullet, basically any cutter will probably do the same. I happen to have a silver bullet. It's not that gum paste is tough, physically tough, hard stuff to cut out, because it isn't. You cut it out before it sets. It's just that some cutters, obviously, you can design your own shapes to cut out, and some you have to buy cartridges for. And in my particular case, I have a silver bullet. I design my own shapes and I can cut those out to my heart's content. Now, the setup here is, this is actually a mat from IKEA, and I frequently use these with my silver bullet because I can, and they're cheap, cheerful, and really easy for me to get hold of in comparison to normal mats. And generally I use a temporary spray adhesive and or masking tape to make things adhere to them. In this particular case, because it's for cutting out gum paste, and only gum paste, I hasten to add, in this particular case I have smeared a very tiny proportion of white vegetable fat over the mat in order to get the gum paste to stick to it, and that works quite nicely. This little piece of gum paste that I have here has been sat overnight. It's now something like 7 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. I was messing around with it. It's been rolled, re-rolled, bits cut out, re-rolled again. I mean, this is definitely junk paste by now. But it's just to show you that, it can be cut. Now, it's been covered with a piece of cling film overnight, and I'm going to try and lift this without making my camera fall over. If I press my finger onto that, it doesn't leave an impression. It's still soft and smooth to the touch, but it's still pliable, as you can see here. Okay, so I've designed a basic petal shape, and I'm just going to take this over to the cutter now and see whether it's going to cut it out nicely for me. So I've got my cutter set up, and I'm using a force of 13. I have a 45-degree blade inserted, and it's one in a holder. The blade and the holder is being reserved for cutting paste, because you obviously don't want to use one that you've been using for paper. And I'm just going to click cut now. I've got the speed set at 800. Whoops, that's done. Okay. Does it cut all the way through? Not quite, so I'll just repeat that. It may well be that I actually put the blade up. Let's just see. Knowing me, I probably altered the blade when I probably took it out to give it a clean when I stopped using it last night. Yeah, it's not down to its normal extent, so I'll just adjust that. Okay, and do a repeat. I do love the silver bullet repeat function, it's brilliant. Yeah, that's cut it out fine. Okay, now had I had my blade lowered, it would have cut it out first time. It didn't, because I didn't have it lowered. Okay, so here is my petal shape, and that is perfectly cut, no rough edges or anything else. And now I can use this to make whatever I want to make. So what I'm going to do is set that to one side, say goodbye for now, and then I'm going to cut some more petals, and I'll be back in a moment. Bye.